Deck the hall with these nuts.
Ho, ho, holy shit. Welcome to the final episode of What the Suck for Season 4. The Christmas special. Yes, that's correct.
22.
We did do a holiday movie a while back called Were Deer, but that was not the Christmas special.
Just a warm-up, mates.
It was, because we wanted something really stupid, and that was stupid, but not stupid enough.
No.
So now... this is a Christmas special. Welcome to it. I'm your host,
Chris has delved down deep and found a masterpiece.
I have, and I am so excited for it. I'm your host, Chris, and joining me across the way, as always, is Bloody James.
Good day, mate. And,
bollocks.
Oh, wrong one, eh?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Why are we doing terrible accents? Well,
Merry Christmas, you bunch of ho-ho-hos.
By the time this comes out, Christmas is way the fuck over.
Doesn't matter. I don't give a shit.
But we're doing bad accents because today's movie, this episode's movie, is...
full of bad accents.
2022's The Killing Tree, originally titled Demonic Christmas Tree, and it is a British movie.
Damn, I should have left it Demonic Christmas Tree. That'd have been hilarious.
That is kind of a cool title.
The Killing Tree. Sounds almost... that almost sounds like the Japanese Suicide Island and shit.
Oh, the
Suicide Forest. They hang everybody.
Yeah, Suicide Forest. Yeah.
Yep.
So, I'm pretty excited about this movie because it was fucking hilarious. But let's go over the synopsis real quick. It's on Christmas Eve. A widow casts a spell to resurrect her executed husband. However, when the spell goes wrong, the husband is brought back as an evil Christmas tree and is hell-bent on getting revenge on the one who caused his execution.
Dun, dun, dun.
Lovely. All right. So who made this goddamn thing? Directed by Reese Frank Waterfeld,
who you pointed out earlier is the also
director.
He also directed the Pooh movie, that's Blood and Honey, right?
Yeah, that everybody seems to be excited for, but I think it looks like shit. But I'm gonna watch it anyway.
We'll see. Writing
credits belong to Craig McLeary. Starring, I'm gonna go through just a few of them because there's a lot of people in this one as well. But we got Alexandra Marks as Faith, the main protagonist. We got Mark Massey as the main antagonist.
Listen to us.
Clayton Slater, aka the Tree,
aka
the Tree.
Low Rent Ozzy.
Yes. Judy Cherniak as Morgana, his wife, who's like 80 years older than him. Kelly Rian Sanson as Becky, Sarah T. Cohen as Louisa, her hoe friend, Ella Starbuck as another Louisa, Lauren Stierk as Tina, Static, May Kelly as Cindy, and then a bunch of other motherfuckers. So it's let's see, anything else.
We never start the credits with the intention of listing the whole thing. We usually are more concerned with the writer, director, and maybe the main few actors.
Or if there's a really good costume, the visual effects people, or special effects. There's not one in this one, so I'm not going to name them. Or if I think recently we had a movie where it didn't have a lot of people in it, so we named every fucking cast member because it was really short cast.
Yep.
So we did that. But yeah, normally we don't say the whole fucking thing.
But not when there's 80 motherfuckers on the list.
No. Now there is a tomato meter on this thing. Surprisingly, there are 6 critic reviews. It has a 17% critic score.
Fucking brutal.
Which is perfect.
That is perfect.
Perfect. No audience score, no ratings on it on Rotten Tomatoes, but that's okay.
Let me tell you what, for what we do, fuck them.
Yeah. We don't need them anyway.
We don't need that punk asses. You listen to our review, you know where we stand.
That's right. So before we get going in the review, I just want to make an announcement. As we mentioned in the last episode, this is our 99th episode.
99. And our season finale.
And our season finale. And our Christmas special.
And our Christmas special. Man, you're getting all kinds of shit in one.
I know. I'm getting rid of
I'm sorry, Scott. Don't cry, baby. We'll be back soon.
3 birds with 1 stone.
Just hang in there, brother.
So, we're going to take a break after this to prepare for season 5, which I cannot believe it's season fucking 5 already. episode 1, which will be our 100th episode. Not only that, but
what else have you got for them, Chris?
Well, let me tell you, Monty. When we come back for season 5, we will be starting something different. We will actually be doing the podcast not just in audio form like it has been for free, but we'll also be doing it in video format as well.
To fatten our YouTube channel and our Patreon.
And not only will we be reviewing it in video, but you will actually get to see snippets of us actually watching the movie and see our initial reactions. Which are probably pretty priceless. Probably, unless it's like the last movie we watched, and then you will see me sleeping for about 10 minutes.
That would have been funny, though.
That probably would have been funny.
You cut into you snoring in the middle of a review, but then you wake up and you didn't miss a damn thing.
Yeah. So, it's going to be on our Patreon.
You get to put voices with these the lovely faces with the voices.
Yeah. You'll see a bit of it on YouTube. But it's mostly going to be through Patreon for people who paid to allow us to continue doing this that we love doing. That, we talk a lot of crap about these movies, but So
what it'll be like we'll catch up the YouTube channel with this season, and then what we'll do is eventually get to where we'll start putting the video episodes up on the YouTube channel after a while.
It's not going to be the entire YouTube video for episodes. It's going to be snippets of it.
Yeah. And what we're doing...
If you want the whole thing, you got to go to Patreon.
Exactly.
Now, because I think I speak for both of us when I say that even though these movies sometimes, literally have us like on edge, like just fucking annoyed. Every time we sit down to watch one, I get excited.
Yep.
Because I'm like, what is this movie going to... Because, every so often we get a Jack Frost. We get a Don't Fuck in the Woods. We get... we get a fucking what was that one with the giant ants? Dead Ant?
Oh, Dead Ant.
We get a Dead Ant.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We get those and those few gems, those few gold and some browns, because I think Don't Fuck was a brown, but even those make it all the blacks and below.
Yeah, worth it.
Worth digging through to find those.
Black turd ratings.
Yeah, and down. Yeah, if you want to know about that, go listen to the last episode. We go over the rating system on that. I'm not doing this fucking episode. So, but yeah, so that's the announcement. We're going to be doing video accompanying to the standard audio, which is still going to be free.
Yep.
Still out there for everybody to listen
to. So the episode will still be released as is.
Yes.
In audio version, but yeah, we want to do something. We're going to step it up for our Patreon
for season 5
because we're really trying to get that built up and going. Because
the 100th episode, we're trying to get going.
Yep. So we're gonna put the work in, and we hope that you will support us.
That's right. And if you want to, just go throw $7 a month down, and it helps us out.
Yes, it does.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into the review, shall we?
Indeed. So.
Dear, we cannot rest until our work is complete. That one will pay for what she did to you.
Because this is your Christmas party, how about we get you a drink? And then the real party can start.
Tonight, I bring you back.
Nothing can stop me.
Now.
All right, so we open on a dark castle on a dark and stormy Christmas night, apparently.
Dun, dun, dun,
because that's just a common theme, is a dark and stormy Christmas night. I guess it is in Britain, maybe. I don't know, but it's not in the U.S.
Maybe so, Governor.
But we have a granny. We have Morgana, the wife.
I call her Aunt Meg.
Aunt Meg, yeah, that's a good name too. And she's yapping and yapping and yapping for like 5 goddamn minutes, talking about the husband that she misses. Now I wrote in my notes that it's grandpa, but it's not grandpa because I thought it was grandpa because she's an old grandma lady.
Yep.
But it's fucking low rent Ozzy, her murderous husband. So she's talking about a spell, and the spell to bring him back requires something of equal mass.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of like alchemy, where you have to have something of equal or mass or whatever to swap. And so she grabs a Christmas tree out of the attic, lays it in the middle of a goddamn pentagram,
which was fucking hilarious.
That
was great.
Then she spreads his ashes on it because he's dead. He's cremated.
And it looked like worm dirt, literally.
Yeah, it did.
It was filthy. It didn't look like...
It was not ashes.
If anybody's ever had human ashes that they've spread for their loved ones, it didn't look nothing. This looked like some fucking used chewing tobacco.
Just could have had a goddamn barbecue and pulled the coal ashes and used that instead of fucking dirt. But she spreads them on the tree. And then she starts reciting the spell. And
I'm going to pay him. I'm going to Kalima and all that shit.
Mama say, Mama Sama Makusa. And then she realizes, oops, wrong spell. And Clay comes back and possesses the tree. Clay is the killer, her husband. Comes back and possesses a tree. Stands up. Now, I will say, he's got a really cool booming voice. Like, he's real dark. He's like, Morgana, what has happened to me? So it's really cool. But then he starts talking to her, blah, 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 and she tells him that, it required something of the same mass, and she thought it would work, but then she didn't finish the spell before it actually worked, and that's why he's stuck in the goddamn tree.
No, we can't forget this, though. As she was resurrecting his spirit in the tree, there is a scene where Granny goes down on the tree. She's kneeling in front of it, but then the way she bends down.
Oh yeah,
I say, Granny going downtown.
Yeah, Granny's licking the tree branch. So, but then the the tree walks in front of a mirror, and it's fucking funny because he walks in front of the mirror. And he's like, "What the fuck?" It seems like benign, but it's fucking hilarious in the context of the movie. And he's pissed, and so right off the bat, we get our very first kill at 7 minutes 30 seconds in. He slices Grandma's throat with a branch, and that's when he realizes that he has special powers as a tree. He's not just a regular tree; he's like a supernatural tree. But that is
kill
1.
Oh, Christmas tree!
Yeah.
Oh, Christmas tree! How deadly are thy branches?
I need the rim shot again. But
he cut the bitch's throat,
and then we get our
cool.
We get our first glimpse of what this.
Yeah, I called him Bat Tree when I heard his voice.
Yeah, because he sounds like
Batman.
Yeah, he's real low, like
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
So,
swear to me.
So we get our first glimpse after that of what exactly this monster is going to be like. So we had the practical effect in the house talking to Granny, to his wife, right? It's basically just some dude in a fucking tree outfit, right? Okay. It's practical. It's there. You can tell. The next scene is the front of the castle, and all of a sudden, it's transformed to a very bad CGI tree, and he has fucking long branch arms and legs that look like the fucking Great Pumpkin from Charlie Brown, and he's hopping and jumping off the roof onto the ground. 2 stories worth.
And hauling ass.
And and it's full CGI. So that is what the tree is divided into in this movie. You're going to get the practical tree, which is literally a man in a costume.
You're going to get flying Yoda, and you're going to get regular slow walking Yoda.
Cane Yoda, yeah, because when it's CGI and he has his arms and legs out, he moves like gracefully and deadly, and he's got these different things. When it cuts to him in the
he hauls ass like the bugs in fucking Starship Troopers.
Yeah,
he's like.
And then when it cuts to the practical one, the guy is literally shuffling because he can't move his legs very much inside the costume.
But as you made an excellent observation, you can see his
boots. There are multiple scenes where you can see the work boots that the guy's wearing.
Yep.
They couldn't even set up the shot to where you don't see the bottom of the tree. It's a wide shot and you see his fucking boots clear as day, even at night. Okay, so we cut to the daughter, we cut to Faith, our main character, talking to her friend who's a whore, And I'm not making that up. I'm not
Nope.
making that up. She literally talks about how she sleeps with men for money because she makes a lot of money, and she's
But
trying.
they're proper holes, son.
Right? Oh,
Proper holes.
Hey, British. Well, I met this one guy named Jack. He was very nice till he cut my guts open. But she's trying to get her friend Faith to do it, whatever. But Faith is, Faith is the survivor of a massacre caused by Clay and Grandma before he was killed.
She's the final girl from another horror movie.
Yes, he came in and killed her mother and father.
Off screen, unfortunately.
Yeah, and not just that, but there's a series of flashbacks. I'm not going to talk about too much because they cut through back and forth.
Yeah.
It's basically the story of how Clay and Morgana broke into her house, killed her mother and father, and then she got out. And I don't know, it's dumb, whatever. Anyway,
She's the one that sent him to prison to get killed because she ratted his ass.
exactly, because she survived.
Yep.
Exactly. And so that is a setup for the tree to what he's going to do. He's going to get his revenge by killing Faith for what she did. Then we get so the first flashback is that they're walking up to the mansion, both of them with a knife, and they sneak in and they start killing the parents, whatever. Cut back to the girls, and then her friend is, what the fuck did I write here? Her friend is trying. Damn, that's my bad writing. Okay, yeah, so this is where she's trying to convince her to be a whore, blah blah blah. There's just probably as much talking in this one as there was in Monster. How to be a hoe.
That's right. I want to be a hoe.
I want to be a hoe. If you don't know what that is, go back, look at Eddie Murphy SNL. It's a
That's
fucking
right.
classic.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Cut to one of the first of many funny scenes. We cut back to the tree, and he's standing in the middle of the road,
Little
and
map.
he's looking at a fucking map. He's
fucking
reading
lost.
the goddamn, and he says, "I'm fucking lost."
Yep.
And then it cuts back to another flashback. Don't give a fuck. And then it cuts back to the tree looking at the map, and this drunk guy walks up and starts giving the tree
What's
fucking,
going on,
yeah,
man?
starts giving him shit, starts being a drunk
So
dude.
drunk he lost his English accent. Hey,
Hi, how you doing?
So at 19 minutes flat, we get
Kill 2.
what I call the Christmas flirkin,
Yes.
because his damn roots came flying out with these spinning things on the ends, kind of look like a Hellraiser head drill.
And
If you ever seen Hellraiser with that thing, they spin, like these spinning blades.
but this guy was killed by being impaled.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, that's what I mean. That's the
four
branches
came out and
stabbed the motherfucker.
impaled him and lifted him up, and it was like Evil Dead meets Hellraiser.
Yep.
Yeah, but it was on screen.
It was.
Yes.
So it counted.
So another cut back to the flashback. Don't give a fuck. Cut back forward to all the whores at a party drinking.
This is where I put blah, blah, blah. Oops, timestamp left in. Blah,
Oh,
blah,
yeah.
blah.
There's a small scene where they leave a timestamp at the bottom. It's fucking hilarious. It's
Yep.
like, yeah, somebody didn't do their job.
Just a bunch of hoes.
Yeah, and so Cindy and Faith and her friends are all at the party, whatever, and then cut back to another flashback, which I don't give a fuck about, in which she finds her parents dead, and then on the next section of notes, I wrote in big 85 font, more talking. And at this point, we are 30 minutes. Okay, this is my one big complaint about this movie is we are 30 minutes in at this point. 30 minutes in an hour and 12-minute movie. Okay.
Yeah, we discussed this in the last episode briefly about how we're challenging these independent filmmakers to see if they can make a 1 hour movie that's not 35 to 40 minutes of talking
A filler
before all the good shit comes.
Yeah, but we're 30 minutes in, and we've had maybe a minute to 2 minutes of actual tree screen time.
Yes.
And that is the big complaint for this movie is that
Yes.
I love the tree CGI or yes, funnier when it's practical.
Yeah.
I love the tree, and I wanted to see more of it, and we don't see very much of it in the entire movie. Well, maybe the end is we end to see more, but before that,
Yeah.
it's not very much. So, so this car rolls up on the tree in the middle of the street, and the old man gets out, and he immediately gets like impaled to death by the tree at 31:15 for
Kill 3.
I called it Gilbert Grape because his name is Gilbert.
yes.
They were from the party. They were some the guests. They were like her godparents or friends of her parents. They were
Yes,
really
they
close
were-
to her.
They were
They
leaving.
they left the party. So Gilbert Grape gets juiced
Yes.
at the 31:13 mark. And,
and
the
then-
bitch in the car.
20 seconds later, Granny gets lights pulled around her neck.
That's right. I call it lights out
She gets lit up.
at 31:38.
31:35 for
35.
Kill 4.
now. This is also the first scene in which you see the boots for the
Yes.
practical effect, because
Funny.
it's the middle of the road, and so what happens is the car starts pulling up, and the guy in the suit starts to kind of crouch down to look more like a tree, and then as Grandpa Gilbert approaches it, he stands up, and as he stands up, it's a wide shot, and you can see the motherfucking work boots that he's wearing.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, this is fucking wonderful.
Now, like I said, we ought to just jump it, because I put after that, after she's killed, all I put is more blah, 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 because unfortunately we had like about another 10 minutes of useless dialogue.
Yeah. Well. So we have a lot of talking, which is bullshit. But then there is a quick cut scene, which is fucking hilarious, of the tree getting in the goddamn car to drive it.
Yes.
That's fucking hilarious. Then there's more talking. Then we cut to a couple by the pool. And then while they're making out, a set of lights is slowly creeping up on the girl, grabs her. He picks her up, throws her in the pool, starts to drown her. We thought she was killed, but she wasn't. But instead, after he thinks he drowns her, he grabs her boyfriend,
who I might add, before he gets grabbed, was going to leave her for the monster.
Off. Yeah, was going to take off.
He was what the fuck is with these young guys in movies? They got no chivalry whatsoever. They got no guts.
This one didn't, because he got ripped in half.
He got
ripped in fucking half at 41-29 for
Kill 5.
That's right.
And so, but then the girl gets out and she runs to the pool house, and she locks herself in this tiny pool house, and the tree trying to get in, and then finally decides to just push through the glass door
to show her, like, bitch, this is just thin pane glass. I'm a tree.
And so it's a wide shot of him stabbing his branches in the glass door. You don't see her kill, but you see the blood splatter all over the place.
Yeah.
So we still kind of count it because it's still on the screen because she's in the thing. So that's at 42-19 for
Kill 6.
Which I referred to as stick it to her.
Stick it to her.
But bump.
So then we cut to, the kills start coming at this point. Because at 43-13.
That's like I said, all I've got from here to the end of this thing is pretty much kill stabs.
So at 43-13, he rips. Okay, so let's cut back a little bit. One of her friends that goes to the party is dressed as a cracker. And it's a Cracker Jack or a cracker something. It's this British thing that they use where it's like, it looks like a giant sort of like Tootsie Roll wrapper.
Ah, yes.
And during Christmas, one person grabs each end and they pull it apart to reveal little toys and stuff inside, and it's like a celebration thing. So she's dressed like that.
Yep.
So at 43-13, the tree decides to partake in British tradition and literally rips her in half for
Kill 7.
Yeah, well, the bitch needed to split.
That's right.
Nothing you can do about it.
And then at 45-40, we get a double kill at the same time.
But before you get there, I want to make a quick note.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that English folks, even in a panic, are very polite?
Oh, yeah, very, very polite.
Even when there's people being killed about.
Except for that dude that left his girl.
That's true.
Yeah.
Not very chivalrous.
He must have been like a transplant or something. He must have been from like Wales. So at 45, so this is when I think this is when it breaks into the party, right?
Yep.
And so people are running outside, and so it just starts killing motherfuckers.
Killing everybody.
At 45-40, we get
Kill 8.
And
Kill 9.
And then
like 5 seconds later, we get
45-48, we get
Kill 10.
And
Kill 11.
And these are all stab kills
on screen.
Which is
fucking amazing.
Is beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Then 46-10, we get
Kill 12.
Then 46-30, we get
Kill 13.
And we're not really describing him because he's literally doing the same thing to each one. He's just stabbing them to death.
We got one that was ninja stabbed because he was hiding behind a damn bush, so he came around and got him.
Yeah.
And then the other one got carjacked, as I call it, because he went in through the sunroof.
Right.
Same kind of killing, but different kind of scenarios.
It's different areas, but they're all being stabbed.
Yeah.
Then at 49-40, we get
Kill 14.
When he pops the dude's head off that's in the bath. No, he pops the dude's head off and it goes flying behind him and lands in the bird bath. And
I call that one. Yep, I call it for the birds.
That's right. Yeah,
that's it.
And so Faith and her friend hide inside the house. Then at 52-21, we get one of her friends is trying to take on the tree and it wraps the lights around her neck up into the rafters. And at 52-21, we get
Kill 15
when she gets hung like mistletoe.
That Princess Pinata.
Princess Pinata. Yeah. Then the tree is looking for the last two girls, for Faith and the hoe, and he grabs the hoe friend and kills her, but it's off screen.
Yep.
So then Faith is running around the forest.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, there was a 16th kill before the tree gets his just desserts, but that was off screen.
Yes,
Didn't count.
yeah. So then she's out in the forest trying to hide from him, and then he captures her, and then for like 2 fucking minutes, he's talking to her. He's doing the classic supervillain thing where every other 15th kill in this movie has been bam, bam, bam. Yep. This one, he's
got her tied to the tree with Garland, and he's sitting there giving the villain speech and lecturing her on why he's going to kill her, what she did to betray him, and all that.
And then,
stuff.
as if it couldn't get any fucking weirder, all of a sudden, a bright light comes up, another fucking tree comes up, and it's her mom. Her mom came back as a goddamn tree, and then we get a CGI tree fight between the lighted tree and the fucking CGI battle and the other one, and it commences, and then it ends with both trees being like burning in fire.
Yep.
And then she's sitting there by the fire and she's crying, and then all of a sudden, her friend Whore shows up, who got killed last off screen. Yep. She shows up, and apparently, it was all in her goddamn head.
It was all a dream because she was out in the forest. We've been looking for you all night. Because apparently she ran out in the middle of the party.
Yeah.
At some point and was out here in the forest and apparently had.
So all her friends are alive. There's no fucking killer tree, and I was like, fuck you.
And there wasn't no real rap to it. It just kind of ended. The credits started rolling. But for what it was, I enjoyed it. I laughed my ass off.
It was fun.
It was pretty damn funny.
Yeah. So this was my pick. What is your review of this movie?
My gift to the peoples is I'm going to give this one based on the script was drawn out.
Yeah, it was.
The acting was okay.
It really was. Yeah, it wasn't
that
bad.
The effects were all pretty much CGI, all the blood and everything.
Yeah, they were. It was.
The tree was fucking hilarious.
Tree was pretty funny, actually.
So I'm just going to go ahead and give this one a lower end brown turd. Still a brown turd, but a low brown turd. This is a definite keeper.
Okay.
This is a stick it in your digital queue kind of thing. You know?
Okay.
This is definitely a keeper. Good one to break out on the holidays.
With friends that like shitty movies. Yeah.
Friends that like shitty movies. But it was so stupid it was that funny.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I hate it, but you have to give a range. So I say it's lower scale, but it makes the brown turd for me.
It's still a brown turd. You can say lower or higher, still a goddamn brown turd. So yeah.
It's not as good as some of the brown turds that I've given, but it's in that range. So I kind of have a little range in my head that I work with. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Brown turd.
Yeah. I pretty much everything you said is I agree with. It was charming enough to be stupid yet enjoyable to watch. The ending was horrible. I hate that dumb shit that it's all in your head, it's a dream. I hate that bullshit.
Yeah.
I really wish there was an actual fucking tree out there killing people.
Yep.
The horrible transformation, the back and forth between CGI tree and practical tree was so. It was so different. It was so jaded. It was so obvious that it made it hilarious.
Yes.
And fun.
Yep.
And it was so funny because I didn't like one over the other. I always look forward to seeing which tree I was going to see. Was it going to be practical this time or CGI?
Exactly.
And then like during the party scene, when everybody runs outside, the tree's like fucking 14 feet tall.
Exactly. And then I forgot to mention that. It's one scene the tree is 10 feet tall and walking on these giant legs.
When it's CGI.
When it's CGI, and when it's practical,
it's like
some
6
dude,
feet tall.
Some dude in rain boots, struggling to walk without falling on his face.
Literally waddling when he's in the fucking tree thing. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I love it. And the guy that did the tree voice, I think it was a perfect tree voice. The kills, even though they were so CGI that when he rips that dude in half by the pool, it looks like a goddamn video game.
Yep.
It looks like a PS3 style graphic video game because they didn't have obviously a big budget for it. But it reminds me of like Doctor Who, or it reminds me of like MST3K, where like you can't help but enjoy what you're seeing, even though it's quite obviously bad CGI. You just love it. So but because of the ending, because of how much filler there was, as same with Monster, I can't give it the gold, but I can give it a brown.
There you go.
Because I think it is one you wanna watch. Don't pay for it.
Oh, no.
It's free on Tubi.
Yep.
And I think it's free elsewhere too. But don't pay for it. But definitely keep it in your queue. Watch it. Show it to your friends. Break it out for Christmas. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. But that's it, man. So okay, so it's the Christmas episode. It's over. Christmas is actually over already, but we're pulling the Simpsons and going a bit late.
So yeah, so we wish you all we hope you all had a wonderful Christmas
and Happy New Year.
And please, let's have a Happy New Year. Let's have a better year than we did last year.
Let's have a safe New Year.
Absolutely.
We love you all. We thank you guys for listening. And we know that, we got super fan Scott who's out there, but we do have quite a few people that actually listen to the show as well. So we want to thank you guys also.
Yeah, start stepping up.
Yeah,
saying something on the post, say hi. Then we'll definitely give you some shout outs.
And as we mentioned, the Patreon is going to get even more worth the $7 a month.
Yes.
So if you want to come in, a couple weeks after we start season 5, that's fine, and see what we got. But it's going to be fun. So until then, thank you guys for everything. We look forward to season 5. We love you all. We enjoy doing this. Dog's barking in the backyard because in the back he's an asshole. But until then, until season 5, this is Chris, and I will see y'all at the next Shit Fest.
Yes, and this is James. And if it ain't on What the Suck, it ain't shit.
Ho ho, bitches.